Okay, so welcome to the left hand bass tutorial series. This is video number 2, and today we'll be tackling some 6 items here. This video is dubbed First Things First. So the things you should know before you even start thinking about playing left hand bass, probably under some style or in the choral hall lifestyle. So let's get started. But before then, I would encourage you to like these videos, subscribe to the channel if you've not, and then also do share them with others. I would recommend this video to all levels of keyboard players, from beginner to advanced to all the legends in the industry. Not necessarily for them to learn from, but in case they need to teach some of their students, at least this video can remind them of some of the things that they may need to touch on if they've forgotten. So that's it about this video. Share them on all your platforms, and then that will be some kind of motivation for me that at least it's making impact. Alright, so first things first, what must we know, what must we do before we even begin playing left hand bass? First of all, I would like to say that I started practicing left hand bass somewhere late 2016, and it got more serious in 2017. So it's been 5 years now or so, and I saw someone or some people who do it on stage. I really liked it. Formerly I thought it was only for 2 separate instruments. One person cannot play something and then play a separate instrument all at the same time. This dexterity to me was not possible until I saw it, and I said, no, if someone has been able to do it, then I'm also going to do it. So trust me, if you follow the process, you put in good efforts, and you allow time to really transform you, it will yield something beneficial for you. Yes. So I would also want to add that this is not a tutorial to help you achieve results overnight. No, this is not something you are going to learn quickly to impress some new girl at church, or to kick off that annoying keyboardist or bassist at church or somewhere in your band. No, it will take time. So understand the concept first, know what you should be doing, and then with time it will come. First thing, we need to create a bass playlist. By that I mean you have to get that folder full of bass songs, left hand bass, not just the bass guitar. We shouldn't go there yet. That can be a bit more advanced. So for beginners and intermediate players, just get some left hand bass videos. You can convert them into audio, or there's an app on Play Store. Probably there are many of them, and this app is Music Folder Player. So if you download the videos and put them in one folder, name it whichever way you want to name it, left hand bass, this app can play videos as audio file for you. So even if your screen is turned off, you can just listen to it anytime you want. And with this, I recommend the popular choirs on YouTube. the popular Ghanaian choirs on YouTube, their highlight sessions. Harmonious has Ikea Remember choir, also has High Life medley. One Voice choir has Bigsamm Kofi. Also did a birthday jam at P16 Studio, I think some 5 years ago or so. You can also download that one too. And most important, I would say my videos, because I'm going to teach you my style. So you can download all my PHB bass series, bass videos that I've uploaded so far on my YouTube channel. You can download them, keep everything in one folder, and then be listening to them. The effect is that we say garbage in, garbage out. So you listen to good bass. In the long run, good bass will be coming out of your fingers. Yes. So whatever you want to play, be listening to that all the time, so that at least your brain will have that idea. This is what I want to play, and this is how it should sound like. Other than that, it may be a bit difficult for you to progress. Okay, so with that, I also advise you to get headphones or earpiece that have that silicone or rubber tip, the ones that can fit here. That way you can hear the bass very well, even if the notes are low. Yes, sometimes the notes in the lower register can be so low, and then hearing them and deciphering it can be a bit difficult. Okay, so get the good earbuds. I'll recommend one to you. Oremo Freeports 3. It's so good. It's very, yes. I'm not a brand advertiser or a brand promoter for them, but per my own experience, the Freeports 3 is very good at giving you good bass. So if you can afford it, why not buy it and then try it and see. Okay, so next on the list is to play chords in the right hand instead of 2/2. So if you learn to play keyboard or your hymns this way, this 2/2 style is not going to help here, because your left is going to play bass. So we need all the notes here with soprano leading, or the melody line leading the chords. So 2/2 style will not help here. You have to play. If you can play chords, it's fine. If you can play bad, that's okay. At least play parts all the time. And so maybe you can add some text, but don't focus on playing text throughout, especially for those who play the 2/2 style. Okay. Thirdly, we have to know our basic chords. By basic chords, I mean the major chord, the minor chord, the suspend 2 chord, the suspend 4 chord, and also the sevenths. Yeah. So let's take G major for instance. We must know G major, G minor. This is G major. When we bring the third down, it becomes G suspend 2. We must know G suspend 4. And also we must know G7. So G7 can be in 3 ways. We have G dominant 7, which is Do, Mi, So, To. This is G dominant 7. We also have major 7. In the major scale, this is the 7th in the major scale. So we must know this one too. The minor 7 gives us this. Yes, we must know all these chords before playing. This will help you understand the tutorial when the breakdown starts. So if you are lacking in this area, then you should go back to YouTube and then for videos that explain this major, minor, suspend, and 7 chords. For diminished and augmented, I don't often use them in my left hand bass. So don't worry about that. But it's good to know diminished chord, diminished 7. Let me ask, when you see a diminished, see it as a chord on the 5th. Okay, let's take C major. So in the C major scale, the chord on the 7th or B is diminished. You can just add a 5th to it. It becomes a 7th on the 5th, a dominant 7th on the 5th. So when you see any diminished chord, change it to a 5th dominant 7. So if you are in G, this is the diminished chord here. You can just change it to D dominant 7. So if the chord is D dominant 7, it is still D. So whatever bass line you should play should be a bass line based on D. Okay, so that's about that. So for the diminished, when you see an augmented chord, don't worry so much. No matter how the chord sounds or whatever the name it is, it has a root. This is G major, G diminished, G B, and then D sharp. It is a G chord, G augmented. Sorry, not diminished, G augmented. So we'll play a bass that is on G. Okay, a bass that is on G, a bass line that is based on G, but we will omit the D because it's using D sharp. We'll come to that in the breakdown. And then next on the list is practice progressions. For every song you want to play, at least you should know the simplest progression in that song. That way you're able to play bass lines that are not contrary to the way the song goes. So you need to practice progressions. Let me give you a simple one. In the previous video, how to set up, I played a song. Nyame wo te moda misuro tamfo biara okame. So song, let's see how we can get the same progression. Starts with 1. So 1, 5, 6, and we go to 2, 2, 5. Okay, so so 1, 6, 2, 5. We go to okay, so we should be able to tell simple progressions and we will know what line to play. If you're on 1, you'll be playing a bass line that's on 2, or a bass line that's supposed to be for 2. There's song that for 1 bass line that is for 1 or no, it will sound wrong. So that is what you should know. And then when you are listening to the audio from your playlist, you should be able to tell this. If you hear this, you should ask yourself, looking at the song, where is the progression at? If the progression is for this bass that was played or that I heard or that for, that is how it. So if you hear a bass line, ask yourself, at what degree was the line played? Was it played at the 5 or at 2? That way you get to understand bass line. And there are extensions. That's bass lines that are not really the chord, but they fit in. Why they fit in is because in the long run, you come back to the major parts of the progression. If the song is going to a 5, whilst the right hand playing chords from 3, let's say 4, 3, 2, and then 2, 5. The bass can also do something. In the long run, the sound at 5, it will sound more. These are some of the dance plays and you wouldn't go now. When you hear it, know that's it's one of those things. Yes, the bass can start elsewhere. The hand also starts with chords from elsewhere, and then they all land at one place. They also sound well. Bigsamm is one of those who have been doing that. So that's about the questions. So listen more, listen more, and you come to the breakdown. So for more advice that you go to the videos that you need, you can convert them or you use the music player. I'll put the link in the description box. Any other thing that's important or necessary, put it in the description box. And you download it, listen to them, check how this goes before we go to the breakdown. So the next videos will be breakdowns, a few breakdowns just to help to start, and we'll take it from there. Thank you.